Welcome back, everyone, and I'm here again with SBR contributor Jordan Sharp, and today we're going to be looking at how the odds have been acting up for that game between the Washington Redskins and the Dallas Cowboys. How you doing today, Jordan?
I'm doing great, Dax. Thanks, man.
Awesome, my man. All right, so a nice Monday night rivalry game here with the boys, incredibly enough, establishing themselves as one of the best teams in the league with a 6-1 record and looking to improve to a 7-1 as they go up against the 2-5 Redskins, who are going to be throwing out Colt McCoy into the starting quarterback position. Now the boys come into this one as the third best offense and the 14th best defense in the league so far, and they are the best team rushing the ball overall, thanks to DeMarco Murray. Now, in spite of the Redskins' poor record, they're still fifth best offense and sixth best defense in the league overall. But those stats aren't indicators that this team is going to be a nuisance for the boys. Now, PinnacleSports.com opened this line at -7.5 points, favoring the boys. Since then, that line jumped all the way to -8, -9, and finally beginning to settle at -10. Now, I'm thinking that since this line is already at 10 and it's already a high number, it might even go down to -9.5 or just stay at 10 before kickoff. But what do you think, Jordan?
It looks like it might stay net 9, but it wouldn't surprise me to see it move. But if it does, I just don't think it's going to move more than a half point one way or the other. Yep. I think that this game is interesting where the spread is at right now because maybe Dallas is just slightly overvalued, but not enough to where you would really be confident in betting the Redskins at +10. I will say this. The Redskins' defense is a lot better than people give it credit for, and obviously the Cowboys' defense has been a story this year, playing much better than anyone were giving them credit for. I mean, at 49 points, the under might not be a pretty bad play either on this game, but for me, I just, with Colt McCoy, like you said, it's just you can't trust the Redskins on either side of the football right now until RG3 gets back and they have at least a little bit of a semblance of a fluent offense because, the Cousins-McCoy experiments have so far not worked out that great. As I say that, it might not be a bad idea to lay off this lofty spread. And I know this has been like the theme of this week, it seems like. But, the total is not a bad value either on this game because of how good these two defenses are.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like what the Cowboys have been doing so far. But, Colt McCoy might surprise us. I mean, he wasn't that bad in college, and looking at him now, I mean, he was drafted, I think third in the third round by the Browns, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's probably like the one thing that's keeping you from really liking the value on either side of this game because you just don't know what he's going to bring to the table in this game. You know pretty much what the Cowboys are going to be able to do here on both sides of the ball at home, but the Redskins, you really don't know if their offense is going to have any sort of rhythm in this game with Colt McCoy. I mean, I'm not saying they won't, but it's just hard to predict if they will or not. So it's just a really tough game to bet the spread on this game. That's why I just don't think it's going to move too much because I don't think really anybody knows for sure what to do with this game. That normally is something that they would have to really influence big line movement.
Yeah, the thing I'd actually keep my eye open for is to see if they're going to not give as many carries to DeMarco Murray in this case. I mean, if they do limit his carry amount, then we might see the score not be so inflated. I think that they might want to start laying off on running the ball so much just to keep him fresh for the postseason because if they do wear him out before that time, then, I mean, they're not going to have anything much to rely on.
Yeah, and he's on pace for like 400 carries right now through the regular season. And the Cowboys currently, if the season ended today, would be the #1 seed in the NFC. So they do need to start thinking long term, and I think they've kind of come out and started to say that. I've heard a couple of sound bites and read a couple of things that kind of they're hinting that they might drop his carries per game by about 4 or 5. So that would not surprise me. That's just another reason though that I think even Bovada has it at 50. Do you really think with the Redskins with Colt McCoy combined with against the Dallas Cowboys defense on the road is going to combine to score more than 50 points? I mean, it just seems like a good underplay here to me.
Well, yeah, because I mean, in that case, the boys would have to put up like 40 points and expecting that they get one touchdown on the Redskins and a field goal because that's the way I see it. I see that McCoy hasn't had that much time to actually develop into the team and all, so I would expect to see maybe a fluky touchdown pass, but from that on, I would expect them to only kick the ball, make a field goal, and, have the Cowboys just, put up all the points. But I doubt that they're going to be able to put up 40.
Well, yeah, here's an interesting stat for you to close with because the last 3 times these two teams have played, the under has cashed. And the Redskins back in 2012 scored 28 points, but that was a long time ago. Last season it was 31-16, 24-23. So it does seem like these two teams, one team will normally have a pretty good game, but it looks like that that with the way they've been playing and trending recently, the under is just I think a little bit more solid of a play than the spread.
Yeah, I mean, I might even take a risk, put a small bet on the Redskins just because of that fact, on the +10, just because of the fact that you really never know what to expect with a new quarterback coming into the lineup. They might, lay an egg, or they might actually play a good game. I think that might be something to consider just because of the fact that we have somebody new coming in that might disrupt the gameplay of, what they've been practicing, because I mean, if they do go over every gameplay before they actually have to play against the team. So knowing that it's going to be a different quarterback, that might be a different pace for the game, which might upset the Cowboys in this one.
Yeah, and the Redskins have covered 7 in the last 8 against the Cowboys.
There you go. All right, Jordan, as always, my man, it's a pleasure talking football with you, and I look forward to doing this again next week, man.
All right, thanks, Dax.
No problem. And for SBR Picks, this is Dax Floyd.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.